Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Aisha from Bags of Style. In today's video, I wanted to do 3 advice that I will give a first time luxury handbag buyer. Anyway, if you guys are new to my channel, what are you waiting on? Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, come join the family. We talk about everything bag related from contemporary all the way to luxury. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. And let's get into this 3 advice. Okay, everybody. So I wanted to do a video just to give advice, what my personal advice would be to myself if this was my first time trying to buy luxury bags, right? I know there are a lot of people that are coming up that this is their first time trying to buy a luxury bag and they're confused what to do, what not to do. And this is just from my learned experience of buying luxury bag now for the past 3-4 years. So I just felt like it would be a great video for anybody, their first timers, um, stepping into the world of luxury handbags. Anyway, so my very first advice will be to do research. Research is the very first one, okay? Because when you in the market or when you are trying to get your first bag, there's so many fashion houses that you don't know. Like you want to do research about these fashion houses. You want to know, do they have bags that matches your style? You want to know the history of this the brand, right? Do they align? Because some people, it's very important that they align with their value belief, right? Not value belief, but with their value and also what they believe in. So you definitely want to do a deep research about these houses before you even decide to buy, right? And also research can be, you found a perfect bag that you see, or maybe you found a bag that's all over social media, whichever way, right? And you like, oh, this would be my very first designer bag, right? Part of the research process is actually going into the boutique and trying on the bag that you're thinking about buying, right? Because when you go into the boutique and you actually have the bag in your hands, you can know how it feels, right? The weight of it, because sometimes some people, the weight matter. If it's too heavy, they don't want it, right? So when you go into the boutique and you actually hold the bag and you put it on, how does that bag make you feel? Because sometimes you could be so overhyped about a bag, and then when you see it in person, you're like, this is not what I was expecting, right? So your whole perception of that bag changes by just having it in your hands. So it's okay for you to go to the boutique and try the bag on. You don't need to buy it at that time, but go in, try the bag on, see how it feels, see how it fits, see how it makes you feel, And then after that, once you've gotten all of that research out the way, then you can be like, okay, well, I'm ready to select a house or a fashion house, or I'm ready to select the style from this house. Or, sometimes people have a perception of a bag since they were little and they're like, this will be my very first designer bag. And then when they go, they're like, this is not it. So definitely, if this is your first time buying your first designer bag, or and some of this advice also can go for people like me that have been buying for a couple of years now. But do your research before you actually spend your money, because this is a big money you're spending. Some of these bags cost over $1,000. Many of them are in the three, four, five, up to $10,000 range, or even more than that, right? So you definitely want to do your research first before you actually spend the money. That's my very first advice. My second advice would be to create a wish list. So after you've done your research, put these back on a wish list, right? Create a thoughtful wish list that you're like, you know what though? Let me put these back on it. Let me think them over. See, okay, I've already done the research. I've gone in, I've tested it. I love the way it feels. I love the feeling that it gives me. I love the weight. I love everything about this bag. Put it on a wish list. What the wish list now does is that it keeps you accountable, right? So now that you have a wish list for the bags that you're thinking about, right? Then you're like, okay, well, I know the bags that I want. And sometimes when you put it on a wish list long enough, you might fall out of love with the bag. It's happened a lot of times to me. I've put bags on wish list, take them off, put them back on, take them off, put different ones in it. And some of them still are on the wish list that I wasn't able to buy. So when you put the wish list, it gives you a clear picture, like a world picture, like a world view picture in front of your face, and say, okay, well, these are the bags that I'm thinking about buying, right? And I've already done the research. I know what the prices are. And also part of that research, I'm sorry, let's go just a little bit back. Part of that research is the prices, right? You put the prices on there. And now with the rise of the pre-love market, like Fashion File, eBay, the real eBay, and then you even got like people that are selling on Instagram, resellers that I will recommend because some of them are not legit, but a lot of them are. You already have a price point, right? Put that price on that wish list as well and track it. Because sometimes if you are looking at it and you're like, okay, well, the retail price is ridiculous, but I still want the bag. Then you start going on this pre-love site and loving the bag if you see exactly what you want, the colorway and everything, because each bag is different. Oh, this is just for eye candy, guys. So each bag is different, right? Put a mental put it on your wish list so you have it in front of you so you can actually start tracking the price on the resale market. So if you love it, if the price go down to a price that you're willing to pay, then you know you have it in front of you, right? So that's part of, now once you have that wish list, that's basically your guide to say, okay, I have the wish list, I know what I want, I know what the retail price is. Me, when I create a wish list, I put the bag that I want, the retail price, the colorway that I want the bag in, the size that I want the bag in, what the retail price is, what the pre-love price is at that time when I was doing the research, right? And then I go on the pre-love market, love it. Well, you can, a lot of them you can save, put hard on it. And when there's a discount, you know, or when those pre-love site like Fashion File have a discount, you know what it is. So you can now decide, okay, it's time for me to pull the trigger and buy it. And that will save you so much money, especially if it's your first time trying to buy a bag, okay? My last advice, my third and last advice is do not substitute. Do not substitute. Meaning this, you see a bag you love, you already have your wish list, and then you're like, I see, let's say a contemporary house, kind of have almost the same style of the luxury bag that you want. So you decide to say, well, since the contemporary is way more cheaper and it's in my price range, let me go buy that. And maybe that will scratch the itch that I have for this designer bag. Trust me, the feel you have for that bag will not go away, even if you buy the substitution, okay? It would not go away. Even like, let's say you, not even like contemporary bag, let's say you have a specific bag that you want, like a Hermes bag or a Chanel bag or one of those bags. And then another designer house, let's say like YSL or now Valentine is up there, YSL, Givenchy, and anything. You see another bag from them, you're like, you know what though? It kind of have the same functionality, the buck shape or whatever. Let's say the bag are not identical, but they kind of serve the same purpose. And you're like, you know what though? I would buy the Givenchy. I know I love the Chanel one or the Hermes one, but they're too high. I'm gonna buy the Givenchy. That's gonna itch my scratch. That's gonna fulfill the purpose. Guys, trust me on this. It doesn't. You will still want that bag that you first fall in love with. So that's my point of do not substitute. The only time that I will say you can substitute a little bit is more of, let's say you there's a dupe. Amazon have a dupe for all of our designer bags, okay? You can purchase the dupe. It's not fake, but you can purchase the dupe to try the style to see if you really want it, if it's something that will be functional in your location, and oh, not location, if it will be functional in your wardrobe, right? For that part, I would definitely say do that because many of these dupe are like a couple of dollars, maybe not even, or low $100 or whatever. So you can do that to test it out. Um, to give it a test drive, right? Before you actually buy the item that you want. But do not spend money on a bag that you're like, oh, it looked just like this one, so I'm gonna buy the cheaper one and then I'll be good. No. Ask anybody that love bags, anybody that buy bags. That does not work. You will still want the original bag that you fell in love with, no matter what. So that substitute bag is not going to cut it, okay? So those are my 3 tips for somebody that's just starting to, wanting to buy their very first luxury handbag. Also, guys, please leave it in the comment below. Do you guys have any tip that you can give a first time designer handbag buyer or lover, somebody that's going to buy their first bag? What tip would you give them um, in order for them to get their first bag? Those were the three tips that came to mind, and I felt like I wanted to do a video just to kind of put that out there. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day.